It began with whispers, which developed into murmurs, which then burst into utter mayhem. Social media is going crazy over the astonishing claims made by Bambi herself, and the internet is on fire. She's criticizing Karlie Redd in a way that nobody anticipated. Insiders claim that after learning that Karlie allegedly spent the night with Lil Scrappy, Bambi is incensed. It's not even the worst part, though. Bambi is threatening to expose everything, not just chatting. According to sources, she has evidence, and if it turns out to be accurate, Karlie and Scrappy's whole secret could be revealed. Screenshots? A video leak? Why is Bambi so sure that Karlie won't be able to talk her way out of this one? And what precisely is she holding in her hands? The drama is poised to blow out, and the tension is at an all-time high. Because this narrative is only going to get more bizarre, stay tuned. Be prepared for the internet to be rocked by the truth, or at least Bambi's version of it. No one anticipated the tension to blow out the way it did, even though it had been building for weeks. It all began when Bambi started making vague, subtle, and eventually overt references to a specific person on social media. She added, "Some of these so-called women out here really got no shame," and then a series of irate emojis. In an attempt to figure out who she was referring to, fans instantly went into detective mode. However, the internet went crazy when she made another post, this time identifying Karlie Redd in a dubious tweet. "I have receipts, so I hope you don't believe you can get away with having a relationship with someone else and it won't backfire." Receipts? Fans went into a frenzy just like that. What was Bambi discussing? Was there something on Karlie that she actually had? Karlie initially made an effort to appear indifferent, dismissing it as insignificant. Y'all know people love making up stuff for attention. She said on Instagram, live while laughing with her friends, but her apprehensive smile and constant phone checks revealed otherwise. She was concerned, as she was aware of Bambi's possessions. According to people familiar with the matter, a wild industry party in Atlanta a few nights prior to Bambi's online meltdown was the catalyst for everything. Celebrities, influencers, and Atlanta's elite were all there at the invite-only VIP party. At least they wanted people to think that Scrappy and Karlie had arrived separately. However, several witnesses claim that they did not depart separately. "I saw Karlie and Scrappy all up on each other the whole night," revealed one insider. "It wasn't even like they were trying to be secretive. They was laughing, whispering, brushing on each other. I was amazed Scrappy wasn't afraid about people noticing. But Karlie, she was loving it up. There was no denying the intensity between them, and by night's end, they had vanished from sight." This type of thing would typically be dismissed as rumors, but Bambi wasn't buying it. She had already begun to suspect that Scrappy was acting strangely lately, avoiding inquiries, arriving home late, and using his phone in a sneaky manner. There was a problem. Then came the turning point in the story. When one of her close friends, who was also at the party, sent Bambi a shocking direct message, she was already on edge. A screenshot that made Bambi's stomach turn was included. "Girl, I don't even know if I should be telling you this, but you need to see this for yourself." Karlie Redd boasted about spending the night with Scrappy in a text message thread that was between her and another person. "He still got it. We had a time last night. But I ain't saying too much, unless she push me. Lol." Bambi became enraged. "Unless she pushes me?" Was Karlie Redd actually making fun of her out here? As though she wouldn't take any action. Bambi made the decision that enough was enough at that point. In a rage that no one had ever witnessed before, Bambi took to social media the very following morning. The level of disrespect is crazy. Imagine thinking you won something that was never yours to begin with. Girl, I hope you enjoy this little moment, cause trust me, it's gonna come crashing down real soon. Stay tuned, I got something y'all need to see. That was the last warning, and the internet went wild. The meaning was clear to the fans. Bambi had evidence. But what was it that she had? Were screenshots used? Voice memos? A film? The strain was intolerable, and the possibilities were boundless. Meanwhile, Karlie Redd had stopped talking altogether. No posts, not a shade, nothing. And in the midst of a storm, when is someone that's silent? It can only indicate that they are afraid. However, the issue went beyond a few mysterious posts. Now it was personal. Bambi had actual receipts, and she was prepared to share them. She wasn't just coping with a speculative rumor. Bambi was collecting evidence, calling witnesses, and talking to everyone who had seen Karlie and Scrappy together that evening behind the scenes. She wasn't going to be unprepared for this. Then it took place. Bambi shared an Instagram story late that evening that shocked social media. There was only one sentence: "Y'all ready for the truth?" Every major gossip page shared, republished, and screenshotted the post in a matter of minutes. As they waited to see what would happen next, fans were hooked to their displays, constantly scrolling their feeds. And it was worse than everybody had anticipated when Bambi eventually revealed the first hint. A still shot from what appeared to be a security camera, hazy and fuzzy. At first, it was unclear, but as individuals tried to make sense of what they were seeing, they began to zoom in and enhance the image. Two individuals, a woman and a man, in what seemed to be a darkened hotel corridor together. The guy, already, many were speculating that it must have been Scrappy. His physique and attire complemented each other. The woman, though, the comment section went crazy. "No way. That's Karlie Redd. I knew it. They were captured by Bambi. This is crazy. What comes next?" And that was only the first step. The entire footage had not yet been made public by Bambi. She had only just begun. The fuzzy picture that Bambi had uploaded had already set the internet on fire. In that hallway, fans were analyzing every pixel, comparing clothes, enlarging, and discussing whether or not it was indeed Karlie and Scrappy. Bambi wasn't finished, though. For several hours, she let the tension to rise, causing the internet to erupt in conjecture. The news had been taken up by all the big gossip blogs. Hollywood Unlocked, Shade Room, and even some major news websites were now covering it. Karlie's comments section was a complete disaster when the hashtag Bambi exposed Karlie began to trend. "Girl, you got caught. Just admit it. We all knew you was messy, but this is next level. Scrappy gonna act like this ain't him." Well, okay. Karlie Redd had yet to speak, though, in spite of the commotion. Nothing, no denial, no answer. And that quiet, it said a lot. Then, just when everyone believed Bambi had exhausted all of her options, she struck them with something even more powerful. A lengthy post. "I truly did try to keep silent. But when someone treats you disrespectfully and believes they can get away with it, no. You guys believe that was just a picture. Oh well. Stay tuned, I got the video. The truth will be revealed, LHHATL. The internet exploded. A film? This was no longer merely conjecture and gossip. Bambi claimed to have real video of Scrappy and Karlie Redd together, and she was going to make it public. Karlie, meantime, was frantically working behind the scenes. She was enraged, according to people close to her, not only at Bambi, but also at Scrappy. "She keeps calling him," revealed one insider. "She's going crazy. Before things worsen, she's ordering him to fix this." But Scrappy, there was no sign of him. Some claim that in an attempt to evade the storm, he turned off his phone. According to others, he was at home having a private argument with Bambi about her posting the video. He allegedly said to her, "You really gonna do this? You really gonna put it out there like that?" Bambi, however, was not going to back down. "You did this, not me," she allegedly retorted. "You wanna sneak around. Now the world's gonna see exactly who you are." There had never been more tension between them. Bambi was a fighter all her life, but this, it was war. Then the much-anticipated moment arrived. Bambi went live on Instagram at precisely 9 o'clock. Thousands joined in a matter of seconds. The number continued to rise. 50K people watched. 100K, 200K. Everyone was curious if she was actually going to release the video. She sat there with a composed yet essy demeanor as she stared straight into the camera. "Starting with 'I ain't gonna say too much,'" she said, "since some individuals want to play in my face and lie, as if I don't have receipts. I just want you everyone to see the truth for themselves. All right, let's play." She then pushed a button. The screen then became black. The video began to play shakily. It appeared to be hotel hallway security footage. It was from the same night as the party, based on the timestamp in the corner. The footage was initially blurry and difficult to see. Then, however, two figures entered the frame. A woman and a man. The guy? Tenacious. Without a question, it was him, the way he dressed, the way he moved. The female? Redd, Karlie. The internet went crazy. The conversation erupted. "Oh my God, they are real. Karlie, you're done, girl. I cannot." Bambi really had the receipts, but the footage didn't end there. Scrappy and Karlie were seen standing near one another and whispering as the video went on. Karlie touched his chest and chuckled. Scrappy drew her nearer. They vanished inside a hotel room after that. The screen turned dark. Bambi abruptly ended the live stream. No justification. No further explanation. Simply put, evidence. The internet exploded in a matter of minutes. Twitter was ablaze. The flood of memes began. Karlie was constantly being tagged by fans. "Karlie, you got stodged. Ain't no way out of this one." Scrappy was just with Bambi last week and now DSS. The way Bambi just dropped this and left. Iconic. Behind the scenes, in the meantime, complete chaos. According to reports, Karlie was frantically trying to find out how to spin this while on the phone with her staff. Scrappy remained quiet. While Bambi was enjoying wine and watching the internet go crazy, she was celebrating with her girls. Finally, just when everyone thought things couldn't get much messier, Karlie Redd spoke up. A video of herself sitting in her car, looking worn out and irritated, was uploaded by her. "I don't care what nobody says," she began. "Do you all actually think what you see? I have my own receipts, so trust me when I say that the truth will be revealed. Do you really think that video demonstrates anything? Let me tell you something. People will do everything to make you appear bad." She grinned as she concluded the video. At that point, things took a turn nobody could have predicted. Karlie wasn't simply ignoring what had occurred. She was going to change the course of events and reveal Bambi in a way that nobody had anticipated. Karlie Redd did the unimaginable. She changed the course of events, just as the internet was beginning to recover from Bambi's shocking revelation. People anticipated quiet, a feeble denial, and possibly some damage control. Karlie, though, she launched an all-out assault. This time, she uploaded a video from inside her home. As if she knew something no one else did, she appeared composed, almost pleased. She began, "You know what's funny? People love to believe the first thing they see. But what if I told y'all that Bambi ain't as innocent as she wants y'all to think?" Boom, the internet went down. Karlie leaned closer to the camera and went on. "Bambi wants to blame me. No, let's focus on her instead. Let's drop everything since we're dropping videos." Then she dropped her own receipts, screenshots, DMs, Scrappy's texts. They weren't from months ago either. They were new. Very recently. Just last week, Scrappy was seen messaging Karlie at 2 in the morning in one screenshot. "Karlie, you had a whole wife. Are you sure you want to do this? Scrappy, I miss talking to you. Can we just talk? Scrappy, you already know how it is. Things ain't good between us." The comment section erupted. Wait a damn minute. Not Scrappy, TXTINGKARLIE, behind Bambi's back. What's going on? Karlie wasn't finished, though. "Bambi, we need you to respond, like no." She swiped to a voicemail in another screenshot. She performed it. Scrappy said in a low, remorseful tone, "I wish things were different, but I'm exhausted, Karlie. I'm weary of fighting and pretending. I don't even know what to do anymore." The fans went crazy. This was more than a one-night occurrence. This was no haphazard hookup. Scrappy had a strong emotional attachment. Karlie was also well aware of her actions. Karlie boastfully remarked, "You see, Bambi thought she had all the power, but she forgot one thing. The truth always comes out." The internet was a complete mess. Hours after they had been dragging Karlie, people were already turning against Bambi. Wait, Bambi pretended to be the victim, but her own man was pursuing Karlie. This whole thing is a complete mess. So Karlie just exposed Scrappy after Bambi exposed her? The final nail in the coffin was then dropped by Karlie. A film. Not a clip for a security camera. Not some shaky video. Taken on her own phone, this was crisp and in high definition. Scrappy in her home was visible, occupying her couch, only a week ago. Behind the camera, Karlie's voice could be heard. "After everything?" Scrappy said, looking worn out. "You really gonna sit here and lie?" Defeated. "I ain't lying," he whispered. Karlie focused in on his face and said, I just didn't want to hurt anybody." "You did it already." Then the video ended. Social media took off. Everyone was stunned, even Bambi's most devoted admirers. For this reason, this accusation wasn't made at random. This served as evidence. Evidence indicating Scrappy had been skulking prior to the night at the motel. Evidence that Karlie was someone he genuinely cared about and not just a supporting character. Evidence that Bambi was coping with an entire covert relationship rather than just one betrayal. The entire story abruptly changed. Bambi was more than just the disgraced wife who exposed her husband's infidelity. The woman being played was her. Hashtag Justice for Karlie became popular in a matter of minutes. Bambi really tried to end Karlie, but Karlie ended them both. Scrappy is the real villain here. How are you gonna be crying to Karlie one day and sneaking into hotels the next? Bambi. I need Bambi to respond right now. She was quiet for the first time that night. Her page was inundated with people requesting answers. Girl, what's the truth? Karlie just ended your whole storyline. Say so anything. An hour went by. Scrappy was in her house. Ain't no coming back from that. Next to, Bambi remained silent until she posted at midnight at last. However, it was only one statement rather than a response, a video, or an explanation. This isn't the end. In an instant, the saga was far from over. Bambi made the decision to escalate the drama just when everyone believed it could get any wilder. The internet was anticipating her answer. Karlie had just completely turned the issue around by revealing screenshots, receipts, and even a video of Scrappy in her home. Bambi was forced to defend herself. When did she do it? She didn't mince words. Bambi went live at 3 a.m. The video was not pre-recorded. No meticulously crafted clips. This was blatantly sloppy, unpolished, and raw. She appeared angry and worn out as she sat in her car with her hair tied up and her eyes swollen. Are you all truly interested in knowing the truth? She asked, shaking her head. All right, let's discuss the truth. The comment section erupted. We are ready. She finally speaks. Karlie has you looking like a stressed-out girl. Bambi inhaled deeply. She looked directly into the camera and stated, first of all, let's be clear on something. Karlie only reaffirmed what I already knew. She didn't reveal anything. The vibe changed. She was supposed to deny everything. Rather, it belonged to her. Do you really believe I was unaware that Scrappy was skulking about with Karlie? Please? She sneered. I be unknowing. That's why I did what I did. Wait a minute. What? Bambi lowered her voice and leaned in as if to reveal something shocking. I was testing Scrappy, not just exposing Karlie, you guys. The internet paused, and guess what? He failed. Remain calm. What is that mean to QB? Testing Scrappy? At this point, it's becoming a Netflix series. Bambi grinned. You see, I already had my suspicions, she replied. I set Scrappy up because I knew he was lying. Set him up? She said, I had my friend get in touch with Karlie. I informed her that I would be dropping off receipts. She paused for dramatic effect after telling her, I have a video that is going to ruin her. You guessed it, she went right to Scrappy. The remarks were getting out of control. You mean to tell me Bambi P-L-A-E did K-A-R-L-I-E? Haha, this is crazy. Bambi shook her head, saying, Sayas had a whole strategy OMG. And y'all saw what happened next, she said. She panicked. She started dropping texts, videos, all this proof. But let me tell you something. That proof just made her look worse. She reached for her mobile. Want to see something amusing? She asked, turning the device to reveal a new series of messages. Text exchanges between Bambi and Scrappy. What about these messages? They were even more startling. Scrappy, baby, please, don't do this. You know I love you. Scrappy, it wasn't even like that. I just needed to talk to someone. Bambi, you love me? Then why were you at Karlie's house? You don't get it. Bambi, oh, I get it exactly. You were just caught. There was a fire on the internet. This man is the real problem. So he really was trying to heavy it both ways. Scrappy BGJNK for his life uo Bambi focused on one final message. Scrappy stared at the camera and said, please don't post this online. I can't take any more drama. And you know what? She uttered those words. I put it online anyway. Suddenly, play the game. The comment section was going crazy. Over. Scrappy's whole career was ended by Bambi. Karlie was playing checkers, and she was playing 4D chess. Just when it seems that Scrappy's situation couldn't get much worse, Bambi produced the final piece of proof. Scrappy pack it up. UFINISHED. She played a tape of the sound. She stated, this was from 2 days ago. She pressed play. Before Karlie started running her mouth. Scrappy's voice could be heard, disappointed and frustrated. I just don't want to be alone myself, guy. I know I made a mistake, but I'm at a loss for what to do. Quietness. Then came the cool, icy voice of a lady, Bambi's. Then stop lying. Then click. The live event came to an end. As simple as that. What about the internet? Everything was in utter disarray. No one was sure what to believe. Was Karlie a victim after all? Did Bambi just browse the entire web? And was Scrappy truly the worst liar of all of them? This was definitely not the end of it. What comes next? Scrappy owned it. The internet has now been completely upended. Bambi played the entire game and won. She didn't only expose Karlie and Scrappy. What comes next is the question today. Karlie Redd doesn't hold her tongue for very long. Is she going to retaliate with other receipts? Will Scrappy make an effort to clear his name? Or is a far larger controversy just getting started? There is no doubt that this story is far from over, and you must communicate with us. Do you believe that Scrappy is the true antagonist in this situation, or are you on Team Bambi or Team Karlie? Who is attempting to save face and who is speaking the truth? Right now, leave a comment with your opinions. Additionally, keep in mind that this drama is developing fast. In order to receive the next update, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. It will be considerably more difficult. Listen, newbie, because this is just the beginning of the scandal.